Today on the channel, we deep dive into a conspiracy of epic proportions with the Super 7 Ultimate G.I. Joe Python Patrol Destro.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we're back to the G.I. Joe line with Python Patrol Destro. But for all your Destro, Python Patrol, and everything else under the sun needs, hit up Entertainment Earth, use the link in the description down below. Got to get a deal out there. And we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And is this the final, including Tiger Force Flint, which we'll also unbox on the channel? Stay tuned for that. Is this the final run of Super 7 Ultimate G.I. Joe line? Started off real hot, really went south, unfortunately. Not sure where things are going from there. I really enjoyed the cartoon aspect, the cartoon looks, but we got a lot of repaints and not a lot of characters over the last couple of years. So I think, for the most part, I have to imagine this is done. I think they're focusing on the more O-ring and reaction style figures as far as G.I. Joe, and they're abandoning ship as far as the Ultimates go. And for some reason, I feel like Super 7 across the board is getting rid of the Ultimates, as not a lot of Ultimates out this year. Nothing on the horizon. I don't even know if they have any Ultimates on pre-order to be delivered at this point. So have to stay tuned to that in the future here. But we're going to dive into Destro Python Patrol Edition, which feels like an oxymoron to me. Doesn't even feel right. As a kid, I didn't think of Destro as Python Patrol. To me, here's what my little kid brain said. This is Cobra Commander wanting to get away from Serpentor, Destro, Zartan, and all them. He wanted to get away from them, and he wanted to go start his own thing. Not necessarily to face off against Cobra, but almost like another arm of Cobra, but he could do his own thing with the Python Patrol. It was more of Cobra Commander's thing than Destro. I don't remember as a kid Destro figures in Python Patrol. I know we've got a few over the last couple of years. Heck, Super 7, I think, give us reaction ones, but it just doesn't feel right. It feels like he was trying to get away from the Destros of the world. Is what it is, though. At the end of the day, it's follow the money. We got to do a repaint. We got to get the most out of our molds. That's why we have stuff like this. But I will give Super 7 some kudos for the packaging. Very cool jungle theme on this one. Looking interesting. We'll do some Destro comparisons at the end of this video here. But I do like how it's the jungle and you got the little window box to peek in on Destro, what he's up to. Rocking those Python Patrol colors. Very interesting here. And then I thought what was really interesting on the packaging here, you see this guy hanging from the tree right here. Now, most people are going to say, oh, that's Flint. He must have got captured along the way. No, that's not Flint. Come on. Did Flint get captured, Todd McFarlane from the couch? That doesn't happen. We save that for Duke. Duke gets captured all the time, refuses to take part at the end of the episodes in any PSAs. Duke never did one. Flint did a lot of them. Flint, of course, the true leader of G.I. Joe, the true leader of Tiger Force. We know that. It's all been sealed, dealed, and delivered. But it looks like it might be Flint right here captured by Python Patrol, but it is not. What it is a decoy. It's a decoy right here, as it is Zartan, the master of disguise, dressed up as Flint, trying to lure the rest of Tiger Force. That Python Patrol, they're very sneaky, because we know that would never happen to our man Flint. We know what's up there. Looking very good, and then there's Zartan. So you see it, it just does the little change, and then you get to Zartan right here. So that answers the mystery. That answers the questions in the background. I like what they did there. I like what they did. That's smart, because people are going to be running. Flint's captured. We know it's the real deal if Flint's captured, so they're going to be after it. And there's old Zartan doing his nasty stuff. On the other side, Python Patrol. How about some snakes over here? Makes sense. On the back, Python Patrol. Nothing else. No blurbage. Nothing going on. Just what you see is what you get, I guess. And there it is. Get a little jungle background. Looking very nice. A+ packaging. No slipcase, but doesn't really need it. See you later. Goodbye. And now we get down to old Destro. Ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. Strut and stroll. We've been here before, but have we been here in this color pattern? I think not. I think not. But can I get it all out of the package here? There we go. Extra hands. A little missile action. A little rocket launcher. And of course, Destro, possibly one of the most famous arms dealers of all time. I can't think of anybody more famous, really, in the arms races and dealing. What are we going on here? There we go. And we get it out. There it is. No twist ties, anything like that. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. Let's get down to Destro Super 7 Ultimate. Like I said, feel like we've been here before, because we have. And we're going to start it off with the extra hands. 2 Fists of Fury out of the package. Ready for Destro punches and bunches from the man behind the iron mask. We also get the 2 one-hand trigger hands, pistol hands, what you gonna do, brother hands. We got those here in the silver color, of course, to mark Destro. And a bit of a darker chrome on Destro, as we'll call this. A dark chrome, is that a thing? That's what we got with Destro right here today. We do got his arms. Uh-oh. We got a little bend in here. We got some rockets going here. We've seen grenades. Now we see rockets off, of course, his wrist here. Very classic, back to the original G.I. Joe Destro figure. Always think of Destro shooting some stuff out of there. Looking very good. These do just clip on, just like we saw before with Super 7. We do get Destro's pistol here. He's got to have a little side piece here. And we're not talking about the Baroness. We're talking about this little pistol, all in a nice silverish gray color. Works for me right there. Then we get his big weapon. I guess he's the heavy gunner of the operation. And I always thought of Destro as a big buff dude, kind of the roadblock in a lot of ways of the Cobra team. But we do get this rocket here, yellow tip there, red. Dare I say a red rocket right here? Oh, too soon? Too soon, Todd McFarlane. And it does fit in here. Got the trigger ready to go. It doesn't have a launcher or anything like that. Just, I guess, fits inside, and then you, boom, do one of those kind of things. You just entertain yourself all day long and just shoot the rocket across the room. Maybe, I guess so, but we do have this. Is what it is. I think this is the first time in the line. Have we seen this before? Did we get this with a Cobra officer? I don't think we did, so is what it is right there. But now we're diving into our man Destro, one of the evilest members of Cobra, as we know, and then he finally broke off on his own into the Iron Grenadiers, much like Cobra Commander breaking off into the Python Patrol. That's why this feels a little strange to me. If I was Super 7, I would have made an Iron Grenadiers version. You could have used a lot of the same stuff. Give him a cape, and then give him the gold color. You could have been off to the races with that Destro. For whatever reason, they didn't want to go down that path. But here we go with Destro. He's got those fiery red eyes, and he's got those eyebrows, which is wild to see eyebrows on a mask like that. But, you know, it was a cartoon in the 80s, I guess. So he's got that going there. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Looks like Destro. Somebody hands me this head. I'm going to say it's Destro, so it looks like that. Second head, we get a little bit of a stunned look on his face, a little bit of an open mouth for Destro. Still got those fiery red eyes. You got to have those fiery red eyes. Looks like Destro. There's no mistake in that either. So you get what you get. You don't throw a fit. We know how that goes. But now diving into Destro here, he's got the big, I don't know what you call this. It's not necessarily a collar because it goes all the way through. It's an interesting look, there's no doubt, but it's in gray this time. Got a yellow undershirt, I guess we'll call that. And then you got that beautiful Destro necklace. He's been sporting that thing since the 80s. He's like grandpa in his pinky ring, always wearing his pinky ring. Not my grandpa, but maybe yours. But he's got that going around his neck, looking very good. You got the very Python Patrol shirt on the outer layer there. The red and yellow attack, given the Python Patrol colors. Silver forearm guards into the silver fist with Destro. Bottom half, you got that very ugly kind of greenish color, that puke green with the yellow webbing inside, giving the Python adventure there. Even got a little Python action on his belt, ready to go. You got that thigh sleeve over here on the side, doesn't hold anything, doesn't store anything. And then you got some big old boots down here, some wader boots. He can go in the pond if he needs to. Who knows what he's up to, that Destro. Head removable, back force, side to side, up and down. Arms all the way around for us. Got to be able to move those arms all around. Single jointed elbows, side to side, of course. That's what we usually get with Super 7. Hands removable, back force, side to side. Waist articulation. Legs, oh, very tight in the leg department. Not a ton of movement there, but a little bit. Leg goes up for the big boot. That's ready to go. Single jointed knee. No side to side there. No boot cut. But you do get ankles up and down. Back and forth for the Python Patrol Destro here. Can I get him? There we go. Straighten him out a little bit. Does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using code Kyle to save 10%? Oh, what do you know? He does. An interesting one, though. It's really more interesting because he's the only Python Patrol member we got in the Super 7 Ultimates line. And if you sit back and say, okay, let me list the members of the Python Patrol, does anybody list Destro at the top of the list or anywhere on the list? Obviously, you start with Cobra Commander. And then I would go to Copperhead. I'm going to Copperhead number 2. And then you think of the Python Patrol Officer and Crimson Guard Python Patrol style. That's what I think of. Outside of that, I don't know. It's just very strange here, but it is really, I think, Super 7 saying, okay, we got all these molds. Which one can we reuse again? Oh, Destro, you drew the lucky number. You're back out here and you're going to adorn the Python Patrol colors. Cool for what it is, but I would have rather seen an Iron Grenadiers version here. Give him a sword, give him a cape, give him the gold. We're off to the races, what we would have been. But we do have Destros of the past. We got a couple more. Like I said, you got to get the most out of your molds with Super 7. This is the best one. That's the classic Destro there. Losing his arm sleeve thing. I guess went off that one. There we go. All right, now we're set. 3 Destros. What are we doing right here? Well, at least we got 2 flints, but we should have got about 10 flints in the time frame they had this line. Doesn't always happen, unfortunately. But I like Destro. I'm a big fan of Destro. Just not sure this Destro is desperately needed. Is what it is. And I hope Super 7 finds it in their heart to re-release the red laser. My Walmart order canceled. There was no other place to get it. It's the only one I'm missing from my collection. Where is the red laser? Get me the red laser. Probably never going to see that one. And I don't even know the red laser. It's crazy. It's crazy. But Destro, I know pretty well. We know the story of me losing him in the backyard. We'll find him one of these days, Todd McFarlane. But now we got 3 Destros from Super 7 Ultimate Edition. Got to think most people not picking up all 3 of these, if even one of them, is what it is. But what's your thoughts on the Python Patrol Destro? You need this in your collection? This is a must-have for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. Check out YouTube channel memberships and Patreon for more content. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Also the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. So for Destro and the Python Patrol, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?